Let's start with Group A. Ajax.
With Liverpool.
I know. Yeah. Speaking of Liverpool, who need to kind of have a comeback here, Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. Kind of a group that Liverpool, if they don't get their stuff together, they may struggle.
They will struggle because even, Rangers are the weakest team in this division, but also is an all-British tie. If you don't think when they go to Ibrox and play Rangers, it's going to be a hostile environment, it's going to be tough for Liverpool. And, those Rangers fans are going to travel to Anfield. I think Liverpool actually have 3 really tough games in this group.
I think so, too. And we talked about Napoli and Serie A, how a lot of people are saying that they could be winning the Scudetto for the first time since Maradona. So who knows? Maybe they bring that same level of performance into the Champions League. But even when we go through the rest of the groups, I wouldn't sleep on any Italian team, because when we spoke about Serie A on this show, it's just so up in the air with who could win that title. And I think that speaks to how good these teams can be on any given day. So Napoli is a team that I'd kind of put a star next to, with might potentially be a sleeper surpriser pick.
Well, I think they're a very interesting team because the start of the season they've had hasn't been overly difficult, but I also think it's important to note that they haven't made it difficult.
Yeah.
They, they had maybe a couple of issues against Verona in the first game, but that was kind of 2 goals against the run of play and corners or whatever it was. And they took care of business against Monza, and now their attack is looking deadly. They have that Georgian winger whose name I'm not even going to try and pronounce again. He's very, very good player, and Osman's great. And they've just they've filled the voids that they lost over the offseason and filled them in an unexpected way, and now everyone's looking at them like, okay, well, this team's actually really good, and we'll get a better picture when the Champions League starts. Before the Champions League gets going, they have Fiorentina, Lazio, and Milan all away from home before that, so we'll have a better idea then. But right now, I like Napoli to challenge. I think Liverpool will win the group, but I really do like Napoli to challenge Liverpool for this group.
Oh, I would love that. And we can't forget about Ajax, because although Erik ten Hag is now with United, that core of the team is still there, and they in the last 3 seasons have won the Eredivisie title. So they're a strong team, which I feel like is kind of out of the conversation at times because we don't really think about the Dutch league too often.
We think about them when they get to the Champions League.
Exactly. So I really think Group A is way more difficult. We've literally mentioned every single one of these teams saying you can't write off as a loss.
Yeah, and I think too, with Ajax, if they lose Anthony to Manchester United, that'll be a big loss, but also that again, the home pitch advantage for them is big, and they're just one of those teams you can't really ever write off going into these tournaments. So yeah, I agree. I think there's a clear group of death when I look at these, but I also think, which we'll get to pretty quick, but I think when you look at that group, it's not easy by any means.
Yeah, we're